The bones snapped loud enough to cut through the crowd's roar. Ryusei's scream followed a moment later.
Ryusei Valen, for investigating the sealed ledgers, you are convicted of heresy. You are hereby excommunicated.
They dumped him in the tunnel like a discarded kit. His leg was ruined, and the medics just turned their backs.
We found it, Tomo. The ledger. The Federation bought the youth final. I thought the truth would protect us.
Tomo was already in a holding cell. The proof was scattered across the floor. The iron smell of blood filled the tunnel.
Any coach, anyone. Don't let me die here, please.
A name shivered through the dark. One the Federation had burned from history 800 years ago. It was not a voice. It was a recognition, cold and patient, turning its ancient gaze toward the dying heretic.
The syllable formed in his mind without meaning. Kaorth.
And the silence became a listening presence.
A prayer. After centuries of silence, I answer. I am Kaorth, erased, starved. Share your flesh, and I will give you a victory the Federation cannot forget.
A heretic. They already named me. What is left to lose?
Accept, and the bone will mend. Together, we will carve a new path.
Do it. If this is heresy, then let it burn.
The pact was not a word, but a wound. Black runic seared up his neck, cold as winter iron. His left eye filled with crimson light, the right with molten gold. The shattered leg knitted bone by bone. He stood. The torn academy kit hung like a flag, and his shadow moved a beat too late. Alarms tore through the academy. Ryusei ran, and the tunnel spat him into a world that had just become hunting ground. Behind him, unseen but not unfelt, a colossal horned presence followed, ancient, starving, and no longer alone. By dawn, the academy walls wore his face, and the word heretic stamped in crimson. Every Federation station activated the hunt.
Erase every record of the boy. Bring me his silence, not his corpse.
3 days, eating scraps in a forgotten rooftop. The runes itch, and Kaorth's voice is the only thing that feels real.
You hide like a stray, but the pitch is where a heretic speaks. I can teach you a formation that bends the air itself.
Miles away, Tomo was dragged into an interrogation chamber. He hadn't spoken since they'd found the ledger.
I won't denounce him. Ryusei was the only one who told the truth.
The Federation charged him with complicity. His cell was small, but his loyalty was louder than any confession.
He fights in his silence. You must fight with your feet. The underworld pits run every night. Let them see the heretic play.
Then, that's where I'll preach. Every goal will be a charge against their lies.
Ryusei climbed down from the roof. By midnight, he would walk onto a dirt pitch where the Federation's writ did not reach, and the game would never be the same. The dirt pitch was lit by oil drums. Ryusei stepped onto the uneven ground, and the crowd parted silently.
The opponent moves in a pattern of 5. We move as one. Repeat the sequence I feed you.
His voice is cold fire. The coordinates appear like I've known them forever.
Ryusei raised a hand. His team fell into an impossible hexagon, the ball moving like a tide shadow. Kaorth's spectral form stood inside him, many eyes scanning, whispering adjustments no ear could track. The striker stopped mid-run, clutching his head. The ball rolled into an undefended net. Roar.
1 down. Keep the channel open.
By the third goal, the crowd was recording. Footprints poured into the undernet.
The High Director watched the feed, fingers whitening. That silhouette. It cannot be.
He pressed a call rune. A paladin's image flickered. Bring the heretic and his teacher to me, or bury the name again. Onoka moved through the city like a ghost in plate. The paladin's shield hummed with old enchantments.
A heretic who plays with broken men. The director called it abomination, but fear was not in the footage.
She found him on the old garment district roof. Ryusei turned slowly, runes dim in the sunset.
Ryusei Valen. By order of the Federation, you are to be detained, surrender the entity you harbor.
He's not something I carry. He's someone they buried. Ask him yourself.
I was there when your shield art was written, Paladin. The pattern of the second defense is my own.
The shield pattern, the second defense is a lost sequence. No heretic should know it.
Ryusei took one step back, then another. The paladin's shield arm did not rise to stop him.
Wait,
She did not chase. Instead, Honoka turned toward the archive quarter, where the oldest records gathered dust and lies. The next pit match was not a stage, it was a cage. Paladins sealed every exit as Ryusei walked in.
hold the perimeter. No one interferes. The heretic is mine.
They think a ring can hold us. Execute the shifting star pattern.
Ryusei's team flowed into a rotating pentagram. The ball threaded through armored legs like a rumor. Honoka broke through the chaos, shield blazing with a rhythm older than the Federation.
The second defense. I drew that pattern in the first war. Who revived it?
The pause was all she needed. Her shield crashed into Ryusei, pinning him to the dirt.
Why does the heretic recognize a sacred technique? Answer me, now.
He says he wrote it. I don't know his whole truth, but neither do you.
She stepped back, shield lowering. Run, I'll find you. And for the first time, a paladin let a heretic walk. Honoka slipped past the archive wards before dawn. The founding charter lay under glass, its scrolls still smelling of old ink.
The seventh co-founder. Not one scar, but a deliberate smear. Coworth, they didn't forget him. They undid him.
Tucked in the binding was a hidden testament. We erased him not in anger, but in love. He feared what he would become.
He begged for it. The erasure was his plea. What kind of heresy is that?
While she read, the High Director activated a silent kill order. Elite hounds tracked the heretic's runic signature.
He won't let them bury the truth twice. Find me, Ryusei.
Ryusei came not as a fugitive, but as a shadow, finding her in the same archive where the lie began.
The charter names Coworth as co-founder. The hidden testament says he begged to be forgotten. Why?
You read what you should not. That question has a long answer, Paladin.
She's not the enemy yet. Tell her what we can.
Your shield pattern was born from my mind, but I lost myself in the tactics. The obsession ate me alive.
Coworth opened a memory. The founding council on their knees, begging him to stop before his perfect game broke the players' wills.
I begged them to erase me. Not a crime, a mercy. Silence was my only cure.
Then the Federation I serve was founded on a lie of love. I cannot carry this shield under that banner.
The heavy shield hit the stone with a sound that echoed through the archive like a gavel.
I am no longer a paladin of the Federation. I will fight with you, Ryusei. Not for heresy, for truth.
Then the heretic has a shield. Welcome, Honoka.
3 voices now. Alone, we are a ghost and a fugitive. Together, we are a formation the Federation cannot break.
In the dusty silence, an alliance was forged not on forgiveness, but on the sharp understanding of a wound too old to heal alone.
The director will send everything he has now. We need to move. Tonight.
Anoka's old credentials still worked. Before dawn, every public screen lit with the Federation's rigged ledger.
They burned my name onto the heretic wall 2 hours later. Good. I wanted it seen.
The riots swallowed the morning. By nightfall, Ryusei walked onto a dirt pitch that felt like the edge of a war.
Opponent's formation is brittle. Execute the 7th pattern. Snap them.
The striker didn't just lose balance. His hands flew to his ears as if the tactics howled inside. A woman's scream tore from the stands. The striker's mother, watching her son go silent.
Coworth. Those aren't players anymore. They're targets.
Pieces on a board, and they break so cleanly. Do you see the art in it?
Ryusei. His voice is turning you. Your eyes, they're both crimson now.
Honoka pulled him from the field. For the first time, Ryusei flinched, not at her hand, but but at the whisper still coiling in his head.
Tactical diagrams burned behind my eyelids. Cowarth's voice was a river I couldn't dam.
Sleep is a waste. Another match awaits. Show them the perfection of the 11th pattern.
Kaorth's spectral hands trembled with a hunger that was not Ryusei's own. The runes on his neck flared hot.
They break so beautifully. A player's spirit cracking is the purest note in the symphony.
Stop. You are not coaching. You are consuming them.
Ryusei, your eyes. We can't fix this with commands. We need the truth he buried. There is a hidden archive beneath the academy, past the old foundations. That's where they keep the uncensored records.
That place. The memories are raw there. But if you must see the full scar, I will open it.
Then we go tonight. Every hour we wait, he loses more of himself.
Onoka strapped on a borrowed blade. Ryusei closed his eyes once, then nodded. The only map was a centuries-old confession. The old foundations opened grudgingly. Ryusei and Honoka descended into a silence that had not been disturbed for centuries.
Here it is, the original record of Kaorth's removal. It's sealed with blood wax.
Break the seal. The truth deserves to breathe.
The scroll unrolled like a wound. Every failed formation, every broken player, cataloged in Kaorth's own hand.
He didn't just coach them to failure. He studied their despair like a science.
I wanted the game to be so pure that the players were merely instruments, and I loved watching them shatter.
The founders agreed not out of terror but mercy. They gave him the silence he begged for.
Then the erasure was never a crime. It was a kindness.
Stone groaned overhead. The High Director's voice cut through the dust. Did you think I wouldn't watch my own archive? Exit runes flickered and died. The archive had become a tomb with a single locked door. A crimson hologram bled through the dust. The High Director, calm as the stone fell.
You've given me the crisis I needed. Kaorth's heresy justifies total control. You'll face a final match and public execution.
Ryusei, listen. The centuries of silence healed something broken. But if my name is spoken, the addiction returns. Leave me.
I will not leave you. You are not a monster. You are a wounded man. We fight this together.
There's a grate here. Old plumbing. Get ready to run.
The grate screamed open, ancient rust giving way to Honoka's armored strength. A decree appeared on a cracked screen. Final match. Grand Stadium. Victory grants the truth. Defeat grants the gallows.
Then we'll give them the match they want.
They dropped into ancient wet stone. The archive's death roar faded above them. Cold water and darkness swallowed them. The match was set. One victory would break the Federation, or the addiction would break them all. Every screen in the city showed the same image. The High Director, silver hair gleaming under stadium lights, delivering a verdict.
The heretic Ryusei will face our elite at Grand Stadium. If he wins, I will unveil the truth. If he loses, the gallows wait for him and every heretic who followed.
Ryusei stood in a damp alley, watching. Kaorth's presence sparked behind his eyes, hungry for the stage.
He thinks he's trapping us. But a stadium full of eyes can't unsee the truth.
I will give you the victory that crushes them. The pattern is ready. Just let me guide every step.
The promise of victory tastes like poison. His voice. It's getting harder to refuse.
Ryusei, listen to me. If you give in, the director wins before the whistle. Fight as yourself.
I hear you. But walking onto that pitch means letting him roar inside my head.
Then hold on to my voice. I'll be in the stands. Every time the temptation rises, look at me.
Ryusei nodded, but the runes on his neck burned. The match was 2 days away, and already the inner war felt like a final. The night before the match, Kaorth's form frayed at the edges. The runes on Ryusei's neck blistered crimson.
I need only one hand to steer. Yield the rest. They will crumble like dry clay.
His will is a flood. I can feel my own thoughts sinking.
At the training yard, Ryusei's arm lashed out, a sharp signal that would have sent a teammate into a panic loop.
Ryusei, look at me. You are not a puppet.
He heard her, but only as a distant echo. Then his knees buckled.
Two voices tearing me apart, and one of them sounds like victory.
Victory is a song I know by heart. Just hum along.
You have to choose, Ryusei. Not tomorrow, now, him or yourself.
Ryusei's hand clawed the dirt, but no answer came. The war inside had no truce.
If we clear his name publicly, the addiction locks forever. He'll become the monster again, but if we don't, he stays a ghost. Centuries more of silence.
Ryusei, I have had centuries. I can fade. You don't owe me eternity.
You starved for 800 years for a mercy you didn't receive. I won't add another exile. We won't restore your name, but we won't leave you alone. Together, we'll walk into a deeper erasure, 1,000-year sleep.
Ryusei, you disappear too? There has to be another way.
This ends the cycle. The Federation's lie and the addiction were born from his exile. Our rest finishes it.
She will carry the truth. That's a better legacy than any name.
Then I swear it. I will reform the Federation. I will make it worthy of your sacrifice.
So the pact was made. Not a victory parade, but a promise to vanish after one last match. Grand Stadium trembled with 100,000 voices. The pitch gleamed under floodlights that had never seen a heretic this wanted.
Let him walk in. The louder they cheer, the sweeter the silence after.
Every patch carries a name they erased. We play not for glory, but for the truth.
One formation, a single command, and they break before the whistle.
Not yet, Coworth. We agreed. My mind stays my own.
The tunnel felt like a throat. Ryusei walked forward, and the light swallowed him high above. Honoka pressed her hands together. She didn't pray for victory, only that he'd remain himself. The director's smirk was a blade. He leaned back, watching the heretic's shadow stretch across the grass.
This field was built on lies and bribes. One game to turn it to truth.
The referee raised his hand. The whistle cut through the roaring chaos. The Federation's elite charged like executioners. Elbows, studs, and silent refs. Ryusei's team held, but just barely.
No voice but my own. Let the ball be my tongue.
A brutal tackle at the half sent Ryusei crashing. Blood trickled from his temple. The director's smile widened.
Now, yield to me, and I will end this. One perfect formation, and they all fall.
Stop. I will win as myself. Or not at all. I am his mercy, not his blade.
The horned silhouette shuddered and shrank. Ryusei's eyes flickered, crimson still, but steadier.
Listen, all of you. No formation from outside. Just your feet and your trust. We finish this together.
He limped to the center circle, a thin trail of blood on his cheek. The second half began with a quiet resolve.
I will hold the silence. You hold the game.
And so the heretic played not as a vessel, but as a man. The match still hung in the balance, but the war inside had been won.
Your eyes found the gap, Ryusei. Not my tactic, yours. Strike as yourself, not as my echo.
He planted his left foot and unleashed a strike that carved the air like a verdict. The ball kissed the crossbar and nestled in the net. The Federation's elite stood frozen. 100,000 people rose. The stadium shook as if the earth itself rejected the Federation's rule. Ryusei's legs gave out. Coworth materialized beside him, a proud, diminished silhouette in the floodlights.
You played not as my instrument, but as your own man. That is the victory I never achieved.
We actually did it, Coworth. without the addiction, without breaking anyone.
The chant rose like a tide. Heretic, heretic, heretic. Not a curse, but a coronation bestowed by the people. In his gilded box, the High Director's composure shattered. His knuckles whitened, bending the rail, and Karth, for the first time in 800 years, smiled. His many eyes held only peace. Ryusei pushed himself up. Karth's form walked with him to the center circle, serene, waiting.
This victory belongs to the truth, but our presence will always invite the addiction. So we end it now.
Ryusei. No, there has to be another way. Don't leave me alone.
Onoka, you carry the truth now. Let us rest.
Thank you, Paladin, for seeing past the horned monster. Hold the game kindly and remember us.
Their hands met. Light poured from the runes, soft and final. The black tattoos slid from Ryusei's skin. His eyes faded to a quiet brown. They walked toward a light. Only they could see. The stadium held its breath. Onoka fell to her knees, her cry swallowed by the silence. They were gone. Where they stood, only the imprint of a horn and a human hand remained on the grass, fading like frost in his box. The High Director's fury turned to terror. Council guards seized his arms.
You fools. Without me, the Federation falls.
They dragged him past the shattered emblem, his silver hair trailing in the dust.
Enough. The game does not belong to tyrants. Ryusei and Kaworth chose to vanish so the truth could stand. I will not let that sacrifice rot in silence.
She lifted her discarded shield, the one she'd abandoned in the archive, and held it high. The runes still glowed. The first clap came from a child in the stands. Then 100,000 others joined. A vow, not a celebration.
I will rebuild this Federation on the truth they died for. No more erasures. No more silence.
The Federation emblem on the stadium wall cracked down the center, as if the stone itself had chosen a side. And so, amidst the ruin of its own lies, a new promise was made, not in victory, but in grief. Months later, the Federation no longer wore black robes but simple tunics. Honoka's voice had turned dissent into direction.
Every reform, every new rule, I still hear his voice telling me to hold the game kindly.
Outside her window, children played on a dirt pitch no longer owned by corruption. The sport was just a sport again. She walked to a quiet garden, where a statue of a young man and a horned coach stood side by side, immortal, together.
I kept my promise. No more erasures. The truth is free. You'd hate the paperwork, but you'd love this.
She knelt and placed a white flower at the base. The stone was warm.
Thank you. For everything.
Beyond the garden wall, a new generation played. Joyful, unafraid, their laughter a testament. The statue held the morning light, a peaceful answer to a long war. And the game, at last, belonged to those who played, not those who ruled. That night, as the last light faded from the garden, Honoka looked up and saw them, a new constellation, faint but unmistakable. Two figures held hands against the dark, a young man and a horned coach, their outlines stitched in stars.
Rest well, both of you. The game is in good hands.
She watched as the constellation seemed to breathe, a silent pulse of reassurance against the void. Then, as if sensing her peace, the stars began to dim, one by one, gently. A single tear rolled down her cheek and dropped to the grass, darkening the stone. The constellation faded slowly, like a ship sinking over the horizon of the night, each star a silent goodbye. Onoka did not move, her heart full and quiet, the weight of sacrifice now a gentle anchor. Finally, the last star winked out, leaving only the ancient hum of the cosmos and the soft memory of light. And the story closed, not in sorrow, but in the settled dust of a promise kept.